All right, another really important topic in math is this thing called the unit circle. So let's talk about the unit circle. And it's not a unit circle, it is the unit circle. This thing's a big deal. So some things to know about the unit circle. First of all, it's a circle. You can see off to the right, there's a circle. The center of the circle is at the origin. So it's on a coordinate plane, fits real nicely right at the center of our x and y axis. Center is at the origin. You know how circles will have a radius? The radius of the unit circle is equal to 1. Any right triangle formed with the radius as the hypotenuse So here's what we mean. Here we have a right triangle where the hypotenuse is the radius of our circle. So we end up drawing these little triangles a lot in the unit circle where we connect to the x-axis. But the hypotenuse of this triangle is it's the radius of the circle also, and it will have a unit of 1. Okay, so any right triangle formed with the radius as the hypotenuse, so it's going to look something like that, will have the length of the hypotenuse equal to 1. And then if we just take a look for the last thing, if we have an ordered pair on the circle anywhere, so here's an ordered pair xy, we connect to the x-axis, so we have a right triangle we can work with. Well, if this ordered pair is xy, that means that we know two sides of the triangle. You go over x and up y, so that xy represents the two sides of our triangle, and we know that the radius of the circle is 1, so our hypotenuse is 1. Sine of your angle is going to be equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Well, the opposite side is y, and the hypotenuse is 1, and y divided by 1 is y. So sine of theta is always going to equal y, in this case, whatever that measurement was. Cosine of theta is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Well, if this is our angle, the adjacent side is x, the hypotenuse is 1, so it's equal to x over 1, which reduces to just an x. So cosine of any angle measure, you know, in that picture right there, is going to be equal to the x value. So you've got a point on the unit circle, and it has to be on the unit circle. It has to have that hypotenuse of 1. The sine of this angle that is connecting to the x-axis is equal to the y value, and the cosine of that angle is equal to the x value.